is Crystal with Hattis Daughter. I am your tarot reader and welcome. Hey Cancer, if you haven't had a chance to look at your general reading, go by there, take a look, see if there's some little nuggets in there for you. And hey, before we move on, let me know if this is a video that you want to see every month, every quarter, because sometimes your money doesn't change month to month. You see more progression or non-progression every quarter. So let me know about that, because we are going to be talking about today your money, career, finances, job, and perhaps we'll touch on your calling. Now, as I'm looking in the monitor, I realize my bun might be a little distracting, so I do apologize for that. But let's go on to your reading, Cancer. The center of your reading is the Eight of Swords. Now, Cancer, this is your overall energy for all those things we just touched on. So there's a few feelings I get from that. The first one is, if you look at her face, right, it's almost nonchalant, like she really doesn't care that she's there. And Cancer, is that how we're feeling about our money and our job? Right? If we do, it's not good, right? And I also get the feeling that whomever you're working with in regards to your finances or job, they're almost feeling like they see this face every day. They get that attitude from you every day. Like you really don't care if you're there or not. You really don't care about the decisions that need to be made. That's how people are seeing you, okay? We are going to expand on that, but first things first, let's talk about your money, because I know that's what we want to talk about. That's what we want to hear, right? And that's in your moon energy. And the cards I pulled for that is the King of Wands. And I am using the vice versa tarot deck, so there's different perspectives. So this is the King of Wands on his outer self, or this is considered this side. We have the Six of Wands on that side. And we have the Eight of Wands on that side. So the first energy I get, especially with that King of Wands, and we have a lot of wands there, but the energy I feel, because, you know, wands are all about passion and money and finances and job and career, all that stuff. And you have them all in your moon energy. So I feel like your money and job are kind of intertwined. And I feel like that all of this is happening up here, right? But when people look at you, that's what you look like. And you're not even realizing that that's the energy you're giving off, because you're trying to figure all this stuff out up here. Now, that King of Wands energy is one of moving forward, getting things done, right? But on the moon energy side, it's one of let other people make the decisions. Okay, and this might have to do with you feeling a little bit overwhelmed. From a personal standpoint in regards to your money, I feel like that we are combining our money, whether it's with family members, friends, whatever the case. Maybe combining money to buy something, maybe combining money to start a business, maybe combining money to invest together, right? There's a combination of finances, but I do see you as the main contributor. And if you look at his face, it's still one of, not interested. And these people here, they're not ones of fighting you, they're celebrating you. Okay, so I think that's really important to know and to recognize that maybe you put in the bulk of the money, and maybe the rest of these small investors or smaller contributors, maybe to you it doesn't seem like such a big deal because you're like, I'm risking the most, right? Just know that their contribution may not be as high financially as yours, but the commitment is, okay? And be careful how we treat them and the attitude we give off, because the Eight of Wands is not only about all those things that are going on in your head, but it's one of karma, right? It's kind of one of those of what you put out is what you get back. It's almost like a boomerang energy, right? So maybe just change your perspective a little bit. I think that's all we need is a perspective shift. All we need is a perspective shift. right? Because those are all self-inflicted, okay? You put that bandage around your head, you loosely tied these around your waist, right? Okay. All right, so now let's talk about your job career sector. So I have the Knave of Pentacles, the Death card on this side, and the Ten of Cups. So the first energy I get, I feel like that some of us work alone and or in a job to where we have a bit of freedom to where we don't have a manager on top of us all the time, so to speak. Whether that's in sales, like insurance sales, where you go meet clients, or if you're what's like a door-to-door kind of job. If you're so we have the Knave of Pentacles, right? So that's giving me the energy that you kind of work alone, or you have an office that you come in and check in. You see what your day is supposed to be about, and you go out and see clients. So perhaps that can be one of being a social worker, or perhaps you're an insurance agent and you go out and see clients, or perhaps you work at home, right? Where you don't necessarily have a boss, but you do have to check in, give them your work schedule. Perhaps it's a situation like that. Now, what I do see, Cancer, is that is ending soon as far as the operation of it. And it's going to be something that's pretty major, right? For example, if you are working from home 6 days a week, 5 days a week, now you're going to have to work 2 days a week at home, and now you're working 3 days at the office. So something like that is going to change. And or we're leaving this job completely. What I do like about this Death card, right? And I know that sometimes this Death card can be frightening to people. They're like, oh no, disaster. Honey, death is, I like definite yeses and definite nos. So if this is something to where it's a definite no, so you can move forward to that yes, let's do it, Cancer. You see how his eyes are glowing? It is highlighting something that is no longer for you or good for you or that aligns with you. So let this death occur, because healing is coming shortly thereafter. You got the Ten of Cups. Not only healing, but what you are supposed to get. This is supposed to be yours. This is supposed to happen so you can focus on this right here, which is your world, Cancer. Okay? Now, in regards to those of us who have businesses, yep, you're going to be losing a business partner. They're going to be selling. Something's going to happen, and it's going to be jarring, because someone's going to be like, what? We didn't even see this coming. How come you didn't tell us? When they do sell, it's going to be profitable to you, so don't worry. Let them go, okay? It is supposed to happen, right? That's why those eyes are glowing, so you could see it, Cancer. Now, in regards to your calling, interestingly enough, Cancer, what I see is not so much what your calling is, but you making a decision about what you want to do. I see a lot of internal work because I have the Emperor, right? And he's all about not only today, but tomorrow for his family and his friends and his future, his legacy. And then I have the Magician card on his inner self. Right? So he's trying to conjure up those things and ideas for this, which is why we're looking like that. Right? Yeah. Okay. So I went ahead and I expanded on your money. And this bobby pin is killing me. I expanded on your money, and I got the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands, which is very interesting because it was with the King of Wands. So definitely whoever these individuals are, right? Whether it is a business or it's family members. I feel heavily Aries and Libra, right? Definitely an air sign, fire and an air sign in here, who want to talk about it. Like they want to hear from you. They feel like they're not hearing definites from you, and they want definites from you. And before this Queen of Wands comes out, Cancer, because when she comes out, when she starts talking, it's going to come out a little bit uncomfortable, and especially coupled up with the Queen of Swords, it's going to be like, brr, 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 and you're just not prepared for that. Not only that, you don't like it, right? So let's get out of this mindset and be open for conversation. Now, I expanded on that 8 of Wands, and I got the 5 of Wands, 6 of Wands, more Wands, along with the High Priestess. So tap into that High Priestess energy, that intuition, right? I feel like that intuitively, if you do that, then that's how it will feel. It will feel like you intuitively know the next step, instead of having these moments, right, come up that you weren't prepared for. And Cancer, obviously there's a lot of things going on at once. That's what I feel like. And I feel like that's how come you do appear this way. You're like, which way did they go, George? I'd rather just go sit in a corner somewhere and just pretend like none of this is happening, right? Because I have the 7 of Cups. So the thing about that, because the 7 of Cups, especially from the Rider deck, not everything in there is meant for you. And sometimes it can mean chaos, and it can mean, confusion, right? But that's only if we're here and we're blindfolded and we're not looking at each individual thing that's going on. Once you do that, it won't feel like this. And it could be because we had this situation here at our job to where now we're trying to figure out how to roll over our 401k and our severance package and things like that. Or now, you just recently, you've been working from home, and now you have to drive into work a couple more days a week. So that can adjust your job, your way of life, because maybe your office isn't actually close to your house, and that's how come you enjoyed working from home, right? So there's definitely some changes that are going to happen on your job, business, career sector that is going to adjust your money. Be prepared for that. This is why we can't be here nonchalant and just let things happen and let other people make decisions for us. Okay? Yeah. Because once we get out of this, we're going to be here, Cancer. Okay? And it's almost like a parade just for you, right? And when someone's throwing you a parade, it's one of honor. It's one of job well done. It's one of recognition, right? And to be recognized for something, that means you have to put some work in. Yeah. I just keep hearing that. We gotta participate. We have to participate. Okay. So I expanded in your career sector, your job sector, on this Knave of Pentacles. And I got the 5 of Wands and the 6 of Swords. So with that being said, right? Because we have the Death card there. There's obviously something moving. I don't, for some of you, I feel like that maybe we're changing jobs, maybe a particular job or your title is being eliminated, right? But I also feel like, and these are little annoyances. That's what they are, right? Or little bitty fights, or, things that just make us uncomfortable. They're just annoying mostly, right? They're not life-threatening. But I feel like that there's going to be some sort of moving of, I don't feel like we're moving offices. I feel like your time is going to be split differently. It's going to be split somehow. And for those of you who do work in a business or a company to where you've never had to leave the office before, they may be asking you to go out and do in-home consultations. Or maybe that's the direction your business is going. Okay? I expanded on this 10 of Cups, and we got the 10 of Wands and the Judgment card. So obviously something is ending, right? So we have the Death card. 10s to me are beginning and endings, and we got another 10, and then the Judgment card to follow, right? Like I said, this was meant to happen. It was just a matter of time. And really, it's going to feel like it's so burdenous because we are going to have to do all this movement, right? It's like, what? Now I got to pack up all these, samples, and now I have to go do this, and I have to go fly there. It's going to be an inconvenience. Okay, I'm going to expand some more on that. Now let's get back to your calling. Now listen, I expanded on that magician card on his inner self, right? And he's looking out into his future, onto his kingdom, right? And you only see most of his tools, right? You only really see that cup. And as we know, cups represent emotion and love. And with that candle burning there, right? That's one of sight. You're still seeking what your next move is. And I can tell because we have the Two of Wands and the Two of Cups. Are we looking for a partnership, Cancer? Yeah, that's going to be revealed to you. So stay here, right? Searching for what you love, okay? And it is going to be revealed to you. It is going to be revealed to you in a partnership, and you're going to get that sooner than later. Now, I expanded on that Emperor card, and we have the Tower and the Nine of Cups. Honey, whatever this transition is, it is preparing you to your calling. And I feel like because she's here, I feel like Spirit's not even revealing it to me. They're not even revealing it to me because they're like, if we let Cancer know what that is, they're going to still be like, no, that's not for me. That's for another Cancer. That doesn't even sound like something that would be for me. Spirit won't even let me reveal it. All I know is it is going to be revealed. And whatever your heart's desire, please meditate in that want. Don't be here nonchalantly thinking about your next move. Meditate on that wish because it will be granted. When we have the Death and we have the Tower card, Spirit is causing this movement for you because you haven't been moving. Okay? I just want to expand on this Queen of Swords and this Queen of Wands on this King of Wands. Whew, it's a lot of royalty with the Empress. Yeah, we're definitely dealing with the Libra, and because come on, the Empress, she's all about love, and prosperity. I feel like that whatever movement you're doing with your money, right? Because I feel like it's with a combination, whether you're adding it to a business and it's a group of investors or family members, or it's definitely a group effort. It is going to be prosperous for you. So you're moving in the right direction, Cancer. Okay, I'm hoping this encourages you to at least take one side of that bandage off your eye. Okay, yeah, I like that. All right, so now I'm going to expand on the High Priestess and this Six of Wands. Yeah, I see that. All right. So with this expansion on the Six of Wands and the High Priestess, I have the Four of Cups. You are so deep in this energy of nonchalantness. I feel like there's another word that I want to pull out that will describe it better, but it's just not coming to me. But you have more blessings than you think you do in regards to your money. Okay? Now, some of these things that are going on, obviously, you're going to have to walk away from. Right? Perhaps these are money obligations that you need to let go of to contribute to this joint venture. Okay? So look at that, Cancer. Right? This is all about balancing. We need to balance our checkbook, balance our money, figure out where our money's coming and going, because this new venture is going to require that you focus on that. Okay. Alrighty, my dear. So let's talk about your job sector. Definitely some movement going on here. Ooh, I just made a mess. Sorry about that, Cancer. Ooh. Right? We were just talking about balancing. We were just talking about balancing. And I just put that over the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands was begging for that. That's how you're going to remove that bandage from off of your eyes. Create a little balance in your life, right? Create that alchemy. Use the people who are around you and asking you, is everything okay? Are you okay with this? Which way do you want to go? Answer them truthfully. And if you really don't know, tell them that. I really don't know. What do you think? And then let them give you their input. And then you make a decision, a hard decision, and stand behind it, Cancer. You can't keep ducking and dodging these decisions. They're important because you're also involved. How else are you going to create this legacy? Right? It's not because someone else makes those decisions for you. It's because you're involved with those decisions. Let's expand on that Death card. Yeah. Alrighty, my dear. So with the expansion on the Death card, I have the Nine of Wands. There's definitely a lot of endings and beginnings here. With the Hermit and the Strength card. Right? So I have Leo, Virgo, fire sign energy here for sure. A lot of fire energy in your reading. With this Death card, right? To me, this isn't one of I'm beat down, broken, busted. This is one of I survived it, right? I'm strong enough. And this is one of believing in yourself. If you look back to where you've been, Cancer, and to where you are, this is why you have this type of strength. You have it. I need you to recognize it. Okay? And, strength and courage, that's not one of forcing. That's one of trust. And typically it comes in trusting in yourself and in your decisions and in your capabilities. Right? And that Hermit card, it's telling me, Cancer, that you have wisdom. You have wisdom to trust in yourself. It's there. I don't know where this, I feel like it's not like you're not confident. I feel like that you have a lot going on. That's what I feel like. I feel like you have a lot going on in your head. And once you just start balancing it out, asking for help, because there's people around you who want to help. They're almost begging you. They almost don't know how to reach you, to get this information on how to help you. Because as soon as they do, they will come out. They will come out with their wands. And honey, you can do many things with wands, right? Unlike a sword, you cut people, you hurt people. It definitely is a definite. That's what a sword is. A cup, right? It fills, it empties, etc., etc. A coin, you can spend it, right? But a wand, you can do so many things. You can swing it around almost like a sword, let people know you mean business. It can prop you up, right? So now that you're standing, it can hold you and direct you. And yet, it's one of the elements that is the least, what's the word I'm looking for? Intimidating, right? So the folks that are out there trying to help you, Cancer, they're not trying to hurt you or judge you or make you feel like your words or your thoughts are not important or unintelligent for that matter. You are in a safe space, Cancer. All right? Listen, I absolutely adore you. I just want to expand one more thing on this Temperance card. All right. That's what we needed to see, right? The Three of Wands and the Page of Cups, right? This offer that's being made is one that you're making to yourself, right? It's one you're making to yourself, trusting your ideas, your contribution, okay? And that Three of Wands, that's letting us know you're on the right track. Get out of your head and you'll be on the right track. All right? I love this. All right, Cancer, thank you so much for sticking around. If you could do me a favor and hit that like button, it makes me feel so happy. Share and subscribe. I absolutely adore you. Be on the lookout for your March reading. I'm so going to try to have those up this month right before March. Thank you so much. I absolutely adore you.